Welcome everyone. Doing something a bit different today. Um, can't sleep, so decided to make just a recording of myself building Zelda, and just I guess to share a few of my thoughts on it so far. So I actually decided to go with the Breath of the Wild build on this one. And the main reason, I think, besides, I guess, like from looking over the booklet, you actually use more pieces to build the Breath of the Wild version, but I actually feel like the set was made with Breath of the Wild in mind, or alternatively with this guy, young Link, in mind, and the teenage adult Link, the hero of time, was a little bit of an afterthought, simply because the Master Sword in Ocarina of Time was located inside the Temple of Time. So this whole scene, together with what the Master Sword is and the Great Deku Tree, does not make sense. It would not have been possible. However, with the house and the Golden Skulltula and pretty much the Great Deku Tree being the first dungeon in Ocarina of Time, that is why I say it was meant for this guy or Breath of the Wild. Which is a little bit unfortunate, since Ocarina of Time is probably top 3 Zelda game, to me personally anyway. With in the top 3 being Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, and the very first one from Nintendo. Ocarina of Time was a far superior game to Breath of the Wild, because while Breath of the Wild had some advancements, it was missing dungeons, which is really unfortunate. Anyway, let's get started. On bag 12 for this one. This idea just came across randomly. Wasn't really planning to doing a build tonight, but can't really sleep. We actually went to visit my dad at the cemetery today, so I think that's why I'm having difficulty sleeping. And I kind of alluded to this in one of the other videos, is this actually helps me with the grieving process a whole lot. It keeps my mind at peace. So here we are. Alright. So I'm just gonna build and talk, I guess. It's kind of like a log, which is different. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, so today we went to visit my dad to put flowers on his grave. Part of it was my daughter's birthday on Thursday, so this was all part of the whole weekend. My daughter misses him a lot, so, and I do too, obviously. Yeah, and one of the things that really hit me, is my daughter turned 4 and we went to visit my dad. Leaving the cemetery today, I've never heard her react that way, where towards visible disappointment of her not seeing my dad, which, you know, I think as she's growing up, she's becoming more aware of it. And that really hit me. Okay. So this is where we're at. To the build. Enough about that stuff, which I'm sure it'll come around again. Because like I said, I kind of use this as my coping system. Yeah, so while I don't have a problem with Breath of the Wild, it's a good game in its own right. I just I wholly prefer Ocarina of Time. If Breath of the Wild had dungeons like Ocarina of Time did, then I think it'll be a much closer discussion. And also the weapon durability. That was just crazy. Weapons breaking left and right. Loved everything else Breath of the Wild did, the weather system, the survival aspects of it and stuff. But if it had dungeons, it would be just probably enter top 3. There was no hand holding involved in that game at all. It just kind of essentially threw you into the wild. 50% pun intended, I guess. I am a dad, so I'm allowed to make dad jokes, right? But anyway, this build has been really fun, regardless of the choice that I made. It's really, the face is just, the lips. Some of the details on everything over there. Young Link's house is actually done. It's one of the first things you do, and you can see Navi over there. Hey, listen. Who doesn't love that? And then where the Master Sword is, which I'll take towards the end. I'll show you guys a closer look at those things. We'll see how far I get to tonight. It is pretty delayed, but pretty much running on, I don't know if it's adrenaline or, we can call it adrenaline. Alright, so this goes, it'd be easier if I actually spin this around, which is unfortunate. Sorry, but I didn't clear out our desk because I'm still working. I am gonna do a review on that Voltron over there, which I actually have laying down because California is an earthquake state, and I don't want to wake up one morning with we get rattled by an earthquake and that thing is on the floor shattered. And I still have Snow White over there. I believe the last 2 pieces I need Lego sent me is in the mailbox, so I will be able to complete that and record a video on it and put it away finally. Should help us clear out some our work area a little bit. Over there, which is not visible in the camera, I actually have the Dungeons and Dragons minifigures, and I have 11 out of 12, which is exciting. I'm only missing the Mind Flare. And I do plan on completing that pretty soon. And we do have the Dungeons and Dragons set, which we will be building possibly after this is done. It just all depends on what my wife wants to build. It's her choice next, which is crazy because we built the first two sets we built since starting the YouTube channel are her choices, which were the Gringotts and Nightmare Before Christmas. And then so this one I got to choose, but now she wants a turn again, which is fine. I think she's leaning towards doing Diagon Alley, which is a pretty hefty set. If I got to choose though, again, it would be between the Dungeons and Dragons or another amazing set that involved my childhood. Part of my morning cartoons with Voltron. I won't spoil what it is yet, but it would be really exciting to me building it. Which I guess one of the hints that I'll give about that is I'll talk about, I actually felt pretty devastated when he passed away last year, I believe, if I remember correctly. Last year or this past year has been a little bit of a blur since my dad passed away, but I'm pretty sure the voice actor, passed away last year. And yeah, he was such a big part of my childhood. So my favorite characters out there in any media, that's for sure. Alright. I love how colorful this set is, which is pretty funny because I am colorblind, but there are colors that I'm okay seeing, and this is just wonderful, very eye-popping. I wish I could play some Zelda themes right now, but I'm worried about getting copyrighted. Which is usually when I'm building this, I actually listen to the Ocarina of Time soundtrack or Breath of the Wild, whatever's striking my mood. I love to usually play the Forest Temple, one of those 30-minute extended version ones. This really sets the mood. I kind of have to talk a little low just because it is 2:56 in the morning. Don't want to wake people up. How about you guys? What's your favorite Zelda game? There's been so many. Sadly, there are some that I missed out on because I wasn't really a handheld guy, so I didn't have a Game Boy. not since the Game Boy Color, which I did play those Zelda ones, but I didn't, like the Minish Cap I didn't play, and those Phantom Hourglasses, and so on and so forth. And some of the Wii ones, like I played Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, but I never completed it just because I don't know, I really didn't like the motion controls too much, so I wish, and then they re-released it and I tried playing it with the standard controls and it was just horrific. When they released it on the Switch, the controls were just bad. You can tell it was really meant for motion controls. I actually haven't beaten, it's escaping me. Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't beaten yet. I have played it, I am playing it every now and then. It's just, I really don't have as much time now ever since our daughter came to our life, which, that's fine. A lot of my time is dedicated to her. That's the way it's supposed to be. But also, it's just, I fired it up and I remembered how much I hated the weapon durability thing. Is this backwards? Maybe not backwards. Where is this piece? Are you guys excited for the pending October releases? It's funny, my wife just saw the reveal of that Disney 100 set with the gigantic Mickey Mouse in the background. And she's already voiced on how much she badly wants it, and I was giving her a hard time. There it is. I was giving her a hard time about it. Just jokingly, and obviously, I will get it for her, and we will build it and do a video about it. And she doesn't even play Fortnite, but she's excited for the Fortnite sets. So much so that she actually decided to download Lego Fortnite on the Xbox. She wants to give it a try and see if she enjoys it. I know she won't, but I'm here for it. I told her I'll try it with her. She's a Call of Duty player. She doesn't like those types of games. I'll be shocked if she enjoys it. Ooh, that's awful. This is so handy. I was making a joke with my wife about the beginning of Zelda, and I says it's dangerous to go along, take this. And I showed her this, and she didn't quite get the joke, but at least I did. And that's what matters. And I'm sure you Zelda fans out there would get it too. Leave over. Definitely not rushing building this. Although, like I said, my wife is starting to pressure me because she wants to open up one of her sets. So, I will need to start putting a little more speed into this. Luckily, she fell asleep. She was gonna start building one of her sets of choice, and I would sit on the other end of the table, and we would be building two different things. But I went to work out first, and she fell asleep, so it's just me. I wish I could play music. Eee. Okay. These arm things. You know, it was funny. Before when we were leaving, I had a bag opened this afternoon, and it was getting late, so I was really trying to really start to rush it so that we could leave. And I was attaching a couple of things to the front of this thing, and since I wasn't taking my time, I kind of felt multiple pieces collapse in my hand, and that was stressful. Tell you what. I can't quite see what the vision is for this, but that's that. Bed? It is a bed. How about that? Looks cozy, I guess. I wonder if they bought it at IKEA. Some of these parts are they really want you to dig into like really tight areas. Really tough with the hands that I have. Just gotta be careful. like I got 2 more minutes left before I have to stop it, since I'll be at capacity on my phone. So I guess maybe next time I will do a live stream instead. Hopefully when it's a little earlier, not at 2:30 in the morning. But I guess before I have to stop this, take you guys on a quick sweep. Yeah. So that's where the Master Sword is located for this set, and definitely Breath of the Wild. As I mentioned, in Ocarina of Time, the sword is in Temple of Time. Link's house. That annoying Navi. The hero of time, or heroes of time, although they're the same person. This guy is pretty neat. Has to. Working maracas. Link's equipment box. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I'll probably even make another one. But like I said, maybe next time I'll do a live stream instead, so I don't have to be handcuffed by my phone's memory, which is pretty full of my daughter's pictures and videos I don't want to delete yet. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one.